This is Deepak. How are you? So, I am back at the center, and today's question is from Jet. And Jet's question is, if we are in the Kali Yuga time, then it is necessary to go through all this suffering, like the lack of equality between the sexes, between white and black people, between rich and poor people, the exploitation that is occurring everywhere, climate changes, etc. And then we probably can't, and maybe we shouldn't go against the flow. So that's the question from Jet, and I have rephrased it. Jet, how are you, by the way? The last time I saw you was in Paris, and it was great to see you. So I've rephrased the question, and that is, how can we stay sane in an age of darkness? So what Jet is referring to is what is known in Eastern wisdom traditions in India as the age of Kali Yuga. So there are epochs in time. Sat Yuga, where collective consciousness is enlightened, very enlightened, more than 75%. And then a Treta Yuga, where collective consciousness is 50% enlightened. And then Dwarpa Yuga, where collective consciousness is 25% enlightened. And then Kali Yuga, the age of darkness in which we are right now, where less than 1% of the world's population is enlightened. And what do we mean by enlightenment? We mean basically higher states of consciousness, unity consciousness, where truth, goodness, harmony, beauty, love, compassion, empathy, and equanimity and joy prevail. Well, we can see that's certainly not happening in our time right now. So Jet is asking, maybe we should just accept it and go with the flow. So because this is the age we live in, this is the epoch we live in, and so what should we do about it? We shouldn't go against it. So of course she's right on the one thing. We have to admit we are living in the age of darkness. War, terrorism, eco-destruction, extinction of species, poison in our food chain, political dishonesty, cronyism, corruption, influence peddling. It's very barbaric what's happening in the political world, between nations, mechanized death, atom bombs, drones killing innocent people, murder at large, and terror, and total economic disruption, exploitation, social and economic injustice, racism, bigotry, hatred, prejudice. Oh my God, just to think about this makes you crazy, right? So first of all, let's admit we are living in the age of darkness. Secondly, the second point is we have to accept that it's there. So Jet, there I agree that we have to accept that it's there. But I think the next step is we can be the light, and we can accelerate the overthrow of this age of darkness by being the change we want to see in the world, by being the embodiments of love, by being the embodiments of light, the embodiments of joy, the embodiments of compassion, the embodiments of peace, the embodiments of equanimity. And for that, one thing we have to do is not engage in the drama ourselves. Something that I actually sometimes have a difficult time doing. You know, I've watched the elections in the United States, and I get dragged into the drama of it, and then I regret it. So I think right now we need to get in touch with our innermost being. Somebody just said, our inner child, which is full of joy and innocence. That's true. But I think we have to resist the temptation to get engaged in the melodrama that's there around us. I like to think of it like we're in an insane asylum, for lack of a better word, and that insane asylum is our whole world, and we can pick up our visitor's badge and watch the show without getting engaged while we are turning into the light. And we can become the embodiment, we can become what Mahatma Gandhi said, the change we want to see in the world. And if enough of us do this, and I think there are every day more and more people right here on discoveringyourcosmicself.com engaging in these discussions. Adriana Quirarte and 18 others shared your video. I really appreciate this, Adriana, and all of you are sharing this video, because that's how we change the darkness in the light. Daniela Divani says, dancing in the darkness, dancing with our own light in the darkness. You know, there's a poem I heard a while ago, those seen dancing were considered mad by those who could not hear the music. The music is inside us. It's the music of the cosmos. It's the symphony of the cosmos, and we can dance to it. We can focus on the light. We can spread the light. We can hang out with each other right here. We can engage in these conversations. We can reach critical mass, and then the darkness will turn into light. Because as Diana Muddle is saying right now, Diana Moody is saying right now, darkness, just the absence of light. So we won't fight darkness with darkness. We will engage in switching on the light, and the light is in us. The light is in us. Do not engage in the melodrama. Do not even take sides. I know it's very, very tempting sometimes to be right. So here's what I'm saying. Accept the present moment. Give up being right. Switch on the light of being, and enjoy hanging out with other people who are doing the same. Have fun. Engage with people who are fun to be with, and make a difference by being the change. So Jet, I hope that answers your question, and I hope we can continue this conversation. Kirpal Singh says, practice of Naam Simran, I should see is practice of Naam Simran daily. I'm trying to get his message. Practice of Naam Simran daily can transform everyone, is a powerful tool. So Kirpal, your message went by so fast, but I think of 3 Punjabi words. One is Simran, which is remembrance of the divinity within us. The second, and that's what you're calling Naam Simran, yes. The second is satsang, gathering together for us to engage in bringing on the light, satsang. And then the last is seva. Let us do seva, or help each other, relieve each other's suffering, engage in work that is meaningful, has a purpose, and is not only about ourselves. So Simran, remembrance of our spiritual nature, satsang, getting together, and seva, service. That's a good formula for everyone. Okay? So thank you, and see you tomorrow.